artwork that we see is so important. They have hundreds of artwork for each serial, each movie, or each series, but we don't realize that because we only see a few. As an example, in the personalized artwork, you can see the people who like the top row will see a different image for Good Will Hunting, which is a little bit of romantic stuff, while the one on the lower one is a comedy. So depending on what you click on, your user behavior, your interactions, your profile, they would generally look at everything, including what kind of things do you click on, where do you spend more time, what kind of titles do you browse more, and they create a profile, and then what you are shown is matching your profile. That's the art of personalization. At some point, Starbucks started with 30 different email variations. With the personalization going heavy on this, they moved from 30 different email variations to 400,000 different email variations. What that did was there was a major effect on amount of spending, number of people revisiting Starbucks, their sales. So the personalization in the consumer interaction has an absolute direct effect on the amount of business you can create. What Etsy did very, very well was hyper-personalization. They created such a good layer of personalization that they were able to match the specialized buyers and specialized manufacturers or designers so well. In 2 years of launching, they had 750,000 users. And as of yesterday, it was a 6.2 billion market cap. So there's nothing special about Etsy beyond saying it's another marketplace, right? There's so many marketplaces that come and go. But Etsy survived because they focused on how to make that happen, and matching those specialized buyers and suppliers was primarily fed by hyper-personalization, which means if I go there and if I want to find something, it's not very hard for me to find it. They make it super easy to find by a combination of search and looking at our past actions. Right? Of course, between regulated and deregulated utilities, our friends from deregulated utilities or energy retailers clearly get this, right? Because they are in the business of competitive. Part of it is not just people coming back, but rather retention of people, the customer satisfaction, reducing the customer churn. But on the deregulated side, it has different benefits. You're not trying to sell more to the consumer, but you are asking consumer to be more of a participant in your other programs. You are looking for consumers to be not indifferent. You want them to have your brand name and you in the mind, so that next time you ask the consumer, to say, participate in my thermostat program, or here is a new offer for you, or would you like to be in a time of use rate plan, they will listen to you if they are engaged. Of course, if you made a personalized offer or personalized suggestion. Profiling happens all the time, everywhere. The world is doing it. The question is, can we bring it to you and to the industry, which is what we are aiming to do. We are developing and monetizing world's most accurate and actionable consumer energy profile. What does that mean? 8 years. What we have done over the last, I would say, 1 to 2 years is we've expanded the definition of personalization from only energy disaggregation to a much deeper consumer profile between home and habits of the consumer. So of course, we use energy usage data, which is the smart meter or non-smart meter data that we capture from you and we analyze for various behaviors. We purchase demographic data. We are looking at social activity data. The idea is, if a consumer allows you to get access to these conversations, you can learn so much more about the consumer and marry that with the information that you can extract from energy data. Interaction data is very interesting. Every single click, every view, what screen are you spending time on, what kind of tablet or phone or laptop you're using it, what's the location, what's the time of the day, everything is interaction. You can learn so much about people from the interaction data. So using all of that together, the kind of profile we are creating goes deeper into consumers' home and habits. This is all without asking any questions. You're not asking people to fill a 10 or 15 question profile. You're simply figuring out all this information from data mining. So do you have an EV? Do you have electric or gas heating? Is your home insulation okay, or is it a little bit on the leaking side? What's the approximate temperature set point in your house? Your behavior patterns become evident. Are you running your AC for 6 hours a day or 12 hours a day? And when do you sleep? We are bringing the benefit that the other industries are getting from personalization also to the utility industry. Personality. Are you green conscious? Are you eco person? Are you cost conscious person? When we make recommendations to you in the energy interaction applications and web and emails, it depends on what you're browsing, what kind of recommendations you're spending your time on, what emails are you opening, is all an example of using the interaction data to create a profile for the consumer. Your lifestyle, are you a stay-at-home person, are you a retired person, are you a weekend warrior, is this a vacation home, etc. Your propensity to buy X. X could be propensity to buy electric vehicle, a thermostat. And the last one is purchase drivers. Personalization leads to engagement. Continuous engagement leads to trust. And when you have trust, you can expand the commerce. Whether you are selling something new, whether you're selling more of what you are selling, or you're entering into expanded product lines, everything happens because the consumer trusts you. They open your emails, they listen to you, you are in their mind.